Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Rye coming back in with another quick video and update. With this video we're going to be talking about two PCs that I flipped, and during this time I'm going to talk about the specs and also show a little bit of gameplay, and I will show you guys what the profit is currently at and be completely transparent as I possibly can. So without any further ado guys, let's go ahead and get right into this video, y'all. Alright, and I do want to start out by saying some of the footage that you're going to see in the background is actually me working on a customer's PC. It was having some issues, so I went ahead, took it back, and actually upgraded it for him and gave him a really decent upgrade, as well as some parts that he had bought himself. So I just thought I'd give some context for the background video that you may see from time to time. But let's go ahead and dive right into our two PCs here that we flipped recently and talk about the profits. Alright guys, let's start out with our first PC here that we flipped. I actually kind of mentioned this in a previous episode if my memory serves me correctly. So now we're now talking about this PC now in this episode here. This PC I was able to build for a pretty good cost, and I was able to flip it pretty fast, made a decent amount of profit, and we'll kind of go into a little bit of details on that here next. Alright, diving into our first PC here, as you can see we have an all black PC, black PSU cable extensions, black GPU, pretty basic PC guys, using the Okenos Aqua 3 with some silicone power RAM, as you can see here, RGB RAM to be exact, some an ID cooling CPU cooler, a GTX 1660 Super single fan model, and as well as a Ryzen 5 1600 if my memory serves me correctly, as well as a 650 watt power supply that is a little bit lower on the tier list, but it works just fine. I've used plenty of them. I built this PC for, I want to say it was around $400 roughly. The GPU is really what killed me on that cost, but I was able to flip this PC and sell it for around $520 or so a decent little profit here. Alright guys, and starting things out with that PC you just saw with Warzone here and some gameplay footage that we captured. This PC was getting some really respectable numbers guys, especially for this budget hardware and this overall budget build that we got. I was really impressed to see upwards of 90 FPS in most cases, and sometimes even into the hundreds, which is really astounding to see with a GTX 1660 Super, albeit a single fan model, and that Ryzen 5 1600. Not a bad pairing guys, some pretty decent performance as you'll see in some of this footage here. But I do want to address that I did have AMD FSR enabled, and I was playing between FSR 1 and FSR 3, playing with both of them to see which one got the most. I believe it was FSR 3 on balanced is what allowed me to achieve these really awesome FPS numbers at this price point. Now moving on to everybody else's favorite game in esport title, that being Fortnite. Now I'm not really sure what happened here during recording with NVIDIA's built-in statistic display tool on the left side there. For some reason it just kind of froze up. I'm not really sure what happened. I think when I wasn't recording it was working just fine, so I'm not really sure what happened. It's kind of hard to explain really, but nonetheless this did get around 140 FPS, sometimes going up to 150 at times. I will say a little bit on the lower side, lower than I expected, and this is in performance mode too, by the way guys, which as you can see from the data there, the CPU load is at 100%. Of course, recording does kind of tax the CPU just a little bit, but yeah, the performance was not as good as I was expecting, excuse me, but it's still really good for a high refresh rate gaming experience if you have like a 144 hertz monitor. Definitely respectable at this price point, again, of only $400. And again, you probably could build this PC even cheaper, guys, if you really deal hunt around. Alright you guys, we're moving on to our next PC flip. That is this all-white PC build, as you can see on your screen before you. This is an all-white PC build with the GPU, of course, not being spray painted white. I could have went this route, but not with this PC build. I decided to just keep it the way it was. So anyways, all-white PC build, really good looking aesthetics, had some really good performance. Basically the same as the previous PC that you just saw as far as gameplay goes, although this has a GTX 1660 and not a 1660 Super. So using GDDR5 and just a little bit slower than that GTX 1660 Super, but still some really great performance out of a PC that's just $365 guys, with this all-white aesthetic. Looks really clean, pretty decent performance with an upgrade path. It's great to see budget PC builds at this price point that still look this good. But yeah, guys, I had this up for sale on Jawa for, I want to say it was a week roughly, and I wanted to sell it on Jawa so badly. It was a really good PC build at a really good price. I had it up for, I want to say maybe a week if I remember correctly, and I only had one save, 80 views. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I caved in a little bit and I put it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I kid you not, it sold in less than 2 days. It had plenty of traffic, 8 saves and all kinds of views. It was doing phenomenally well. It was a hot item, a hot ticket item, and yeah, it sold quickly. We made a good profit. We made a $160 profit on said PC, so that 160 plus the 120 we got from the other, that's 280, which brings our total profit up to $1,730. You heard that right, $1,730. Your boy is not touching the profit. I'm letting it grow. That's what I want to see, right? So we can replace the vehicle. So yeah, we're up to $1,730 plus $300 from my old car that got totaled that I scrapped. So theoretically, we do have $2,000, but as far as the profit goes, $1,730, and I want to see this grow more. And honestly, I am so stoked to see what we have planned for the future. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. This is about all I have to say, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you stick around for this series and stick around to the very end to see what we ultimately end up getting as far as a replacement vehicle. And I do want to try to make these videos a little bit more better as far as the quality goes. I know these videos probably are not what a lot of my viewers who come back to this channel expect. I know the quality is typically a little better, but between school, work, obviously building these PCs and running the YouTube channel, I'm extremely busy, guys, so please go easy on me. I know that these videos are not very exciting, and I know the quality's not quite there, but trust me, in due time the videos will get better. With anything, it takes time, right? Rome wasn't built in one day. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you for sticking around, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.